Liam Fourier stood in silence, hidden in the shadows of his own home, as his world shattered before him. His wife Elena and his best friend Sebastian were in the throes of betrayal, their actions staining the sanctity of the life Liam had built. As their laughter filled the air, cruel and intimate, Liam heard Elena say, "This Saturday, my husband's going fishing. We can invite a few more friends for some real fun." Liam slipped out of the house without a sound, his heart burning with anger and disbelief. Sitting in his car as rain lashed against the windshield, he gripped the steering wheel tightly, his knuckles white. "They think I'm clueless," he thought, his jaw clenched. "They think I'm weak. But they're about to learn who I really am. The perfect delusion." Liam Fourier was the kind of man others aspired to be. At 42, he had achieved everything he once dreamed of: a senior position at an elite London financial firm, a reputation for honesty and precision, and a stunning wife, Elena, whose presence could light up any room. Together, they lived in a stylish Chelsea townhouse, hosting glamorous dinner parties and traveling to exotic locations. Sebastian Graves had been Liam's best friend for over 2 decades. Where Liam was quiet and analytical, Sebastian was charming and brash, a magnetic personality who commanded attention. Their friendship had weathered the chaos of university, the grind of climbing professional ladders, and countless life milestones. But perfection has a way of masking its flaws. Subtle cracks. 6 months earlier, Liam had noticed changes in Elena. Her work as an event planner began to consume her entirely, with late nights and emergency meetings becoming a norm. Her phone, once shared freely between them, now never left her side. "You're working too hard," Liam had said one evening as she typed furiously on her laptop. Elena had smiled, but the warmth was absent. "Big clients mean big hours, Liam. You know that." Sebastian, too, seemed different. His once relaxed and warm demeanor turned guarded, his easy humor replaced by nervous energy. Liam dismissed it as professional stress, unwilling to let doubt erode the trust that had always been the foundation of his relationships. But the unease lingered. The unraveling. It was a Friday evening when Liam's world began to collapse. Leaving a networking event early, he decided to surprise Elena with her favorite wine. As he entered the house, something felt off. The lights were dim, and an eerie silence hung in the air. Then, faint laughter drifted from upstairs. Curiosity turned to dread as Liam ascended the staircase. Through the slightly ajar bedroom door, he saw them, Elena and Sebastian, tangled together in the bed they had once shared as a symbol of their future. Their laughter was intimate, cruel. "So, next Saturday, same time?" Sebastian smirked. Elena chuckled. "Of course. Liam's going fishing again. Maybe we can invite a few more friends for some real fun." Liam's breath caught in his throat. Backing away slowly, he slipped out of the house, his body numb. Sitting in his car, he stared at the rain-soaked streets. Beneath the pain, a cold, sharp anger began to grow. Silent observer. The next morning, Liam looked at his reflection in the mirror, searching for the man he once was. Beneath the hollow gaze, he found something else. Determination. Betrayal deserved precision, not recklessness. Liam decided to observe, to understand the full scope of their deception before striking. Over the next week, he began piecing together the puzzle. He cloned Elena's phone, gaining access to her messages and emails. He installed discreet cameras throughout the house, hidden in places she would never suspect. He hired a private investigator to follow Sebastian and uncover every detail of his life. The evidence piled up. Explicit text messages between Elena and Sebastian mocked Liam's perceived obliviousness. Hidden cameras captured their meetings in his home, their laughter cutting deep. But Liam also uncovered something darker. Sebastian had been leaking confidential information from Liam's firm to competitors, profiting off the trust Liam had placed in him. Elena, meanwhile, had opened a secret bank account, siphoning money from their joint savings to fund her lavish lifestyle. "They're not just betraying me," Liam thought. "They're using me. But they've underestimated the man they think they know." A ruthless plan. Liam's plan began to take shape, each step carefully considered. First, he compiled a dossier of Sebastian's unethical business practices and anonymously sent it to his firm's board of directors. Within days, Sebastian was fired, and rumors of legal action spread like wildfire. Next, Liam targeted Elena's career. Posing as dissatisfied clients, He left scathing reviews online and leaked fabricated complaints to her professional network. Venues began canceling contracts, and her once thriving business started to crumble. To heighten their paranoia, Liam planted subtle clues. Anonymous texts to Elena hinted that she was being watched. Sebastian began receiving cryptic emails suggesting his secrets were no longer safe. By the time they realized they were being targeted, it was too late. The public reckoning. The final act was a public reckoning. Liam invited their closest friends, colleagues, and mutual connections to a dinner party, framing it as a celebration of his and Elena's anniversary. Desperate to restore her image, Elena eagerly agreed. Even Sebastian accepted, though his confidence had been shaken. On the night of the party, Liam played the perfect host, his demeanor calm and welcoming. But beneath the surface, he prepared for the moment that would change everything. As the guests toasted to the happy couple, Liam stood, raising his glass. "Thank you all for coming tonight. It means the world to celebrate with those we hold dearest," he began, his voice steady. "But tonight isn't just about celebration. It's about truth." The room fell silent as Liam unveiled the evidence of Elena and Sebastian's betrayal, their shocked faces a stark contrast to the confident facade they had worn. Gasps and whispers filled the room as Liam detailed their deception, leaving no room for doubt. By the end of his speech, their reputations lay in ruins, exposed to the very people they sought to impress. A new beginning. As the guests departed, Liam stood alone in the now empty house. The pain of betrayal still lingered, but so did a sense of closure. The life he had built had been an illusion, but now he was free to rebuild, this time on a foundation of truth. The calm focus settled over Liam as he surveyed his townhouse. It was immaculate, the dining table set with precision, soft lighting casting a warm glow over elegant centerpieces that spoke of understated sophistication. The atmosphere was both inviting and calculated, the perfect backdrop for a night Liam had meticulously planned. A night no one, least of all Elena and Sebastian, would ever forget. Elena moved through the crowd of arriving guests, her gold cocktail dress shimmering with every step. She greeted each person with a smile that seemed effortless, but Liam recognized the cracks beneath her polished facade. She had been struggling for weeks as her career unraveled, and this evening felt like a lifeline. If the event went well, it might help salvage her crumbling reputation. Sebastian arrived late, his usual air of confidence noticeably dulled. His disheveled appearance betrayed the tension he carried, and Liam caught the faint unease in his movements. Even Sebastian's smile, once an emblem of his charm, seemed forced. Liam's sharp eye missed nothing as he moved through the gathering like a gracious host, chatting with guests, pouring wine, and ensuring everyone felt at ease. As dinner was served, conversations and laughter filled the room. Only once every guest was comfortable did Liam rise from his seat at the head of the table, a glass of wine in hand. He tapped it gently with a fork, commanding the room's attention. "Thank you all for being here tonight," Liam began, his voice steady, almost serene. "This dinner is about celebrating the bonds we share. Friendship, loyalty, and truth." The word truth hung in the air, its weight shifting the mood in the room. Liam's gaze swept the table, catching the flicker of unease in Sebastian's eyes and the momentary falter of Elena's practiced smile. She quickly recovered, raising her glass as the guests joined in the toast. Liam clicked a button on his phone, and the room plunged into semi-darkness. A screen descended at the far end of the room, and gasps rippled through the crowd as the first slide appeared. It was a text exchange between Elena and Sebastian. "Can't wait for tomorrow night. Liam so clueless. It's almost funny." The second slide was a video, shaky but unmistakable. It showed Elena and Sebastian in Liam's bedroom, laughing as they embraced. Whispers broke out among the guests, shocked glances darting around the table. Elena froze, her face draining of color. "Liam, what are you doing?" she stammered, her voice barely above a whisper. Liam ignored her, his expression calm but cutting. "I thought our friends deserved to know the truth about the people I trusted most." The slideshow continued. Bank statements appeared next, revealing Elena's secret account and the money siphoned from their savings. Then came emails between Sebastian and a rival firm, detailing his acts of corporate espionage. The final video was the most damning. Sebastian and Elena planning a weekend getaway, mocking Liam's predictable routines as they laughed over glasses of wine. The room erupted in murmurs. Some guests stood, visibly uncomfortable, while others exchanged furious whispers. A few glanced at Liam with sympathy, but most looked at Elena and Sebastian with disgust. The once flawless image of the couple had shattered irreparably. Elena stood abruptly, tears streaming down her face. "Liam, please. This isn't the place." "It wasn't the place to betray me either, but that didn't stop you," Liam replied, his voice ice-cold. Sebastian attempted to regain control, standing to address the crowd. "This is a violation of privacy. Liam's trying to ruin us." "You ruined yourselves," Liam shot back. "I'm just making sure everyone sees you for who you really are." By the time the evening ended, Elena's reputation lay in ruins. News of the dinner party spread like wildfire through their social and professional circles. Clients canceled contracts, and her standing in the event planning industry disintegrated. Former friends distanced themselves, unwilling to associate with her scandal. Sebastian's consequences were even graver. The evidence Liam had compiled was sent to the Financial Conduct Authority, triggering a formal investigation into his dealings. Lawsuits from former clients followed, leaving him financially ruined. His name, once respected, became synonymous with disgrace. Within weeks, Sebastian disappeared from public life, rumors suggesting he had fled the city. Weeks after the dinner, Liam began to settle into his new life. One evening, he received a text from an unknown number. "You think you've won, but there's more to this than you know. Meet me at the cafe on Brick Lane. Midnight." Against his better judgment, Liam went. Elena was already there, her once glamorous appearance replaced by exhaustion and desperation. She leaned forward as he sat, her voice trembling. "You think Sebastian was just my lover, but he wasn't. He was using me. Using us. He planned to steal everything. Your clients, your reputation, your money." She slid a USB drive across the table. "I kept records. Emails, texts, proof of what he was planning. I was a fool to trust him." Liam studied her, skeptical. "Why are you telling me this now?" Her eyes filled with tears. "Because I've lost everything, Liam. And I realize now that Sebastian never cared about me. I don't expect forgiveness, but you deserve to know." Liam pocketed the USB without a word and walked away. The evidence confirmed Elena's story. Using it, Liam ensured any lingering threats from Sebastian were neutralized. For good measure, he anonymously shared Sebastian's plans with what remained of his network, further tarnishing his reputation. Elena, meanwhile, remained alone. Her attempt to salvage her reputation failed. Liam felt no sympathy but found closure in knowing she, too, had been deceived. Months later, Liam stood on the balcony of his new penthouse, overlooking the Thames. The weight of betrayal had lifted, replaced by a sense of peace. He raised his glass, murmuring to himself, "To freedom, to truth, to moving forward."